for us, it's pretty obvious we need to take better care of the basketball. We were one of the worst in the league at turning the ball over. We were one of the best in the league at turning the other team over, but you can't take advantage of that if you're evened up. I think the other area that we need to improve upon quite a bit is shooting. We're also near the bottom of the pack, and we think we addressed that a little bit in recruiting. We've got a really good group of returners, obviously led by Bakari Worth, and he's been our leading scorer each of the last 2 years. I think what people miss on him is he really understands the game well, has a good feel for concepts. And then we got Grant Gullett back, who averaged, 13 and 6 last year. Malik Barber back for his 3rd year. He also averaged double figures and 6 rebounds, set the school record for offensive rebounding. And Dakota Zinzer's back. So we've got quite a bit back from a year ago. We have a couple of tough ones to replace, but I like our group that we have returning. And we bring in just a few new guys, but I think important ones. We addressed our need for shooting by bringing in a transfer, Marshall Riddle. He's a local kid who we saw in high school right when I had first gotten here. Liked him, didn't recruit him super heavily, but now we get a second shot at him. Really good shooter, made over 153s last year, something we need. I think he'll pick up on our system pretty well. It's a different level of play, but I think he'll help us. And then a couple freshmen, Jules Jasmine, another local product. This area has been very good for us. We like to recruit our area, so we've really, I think, done a better job of that here of late. And then a big kid, Zach Smith, that's probably a couple of years out, but has worked really hard so far in practice. Well, one of the things when I asked our guys what they'd like to see, they like to see some trips. In the last 2 years, we really haven't gone much further north than Valdosta, so we decided this year we're going to make a little trip. So we plan to schedule a trip to Georgia and the Carolinas, and playing Young Harris, who's a really good team in there, the top 2-3 team in their league, and then Queens, who I see is ranked preseason number 2 in the country. And after we got all that scheduled, we ended up also getting into the D2 Commissioners Tip-Off Classic out in Los Angeles. So now we have 2 big trips, a lot further than Valdosta in both those situations. The California trip will be good because we'll play 3 teams from outside our area, all pretty good clubs. Upper Iowa that went to the NCAA tournament last year. Jefferson, whose coach is second all-time leading wins coach in all of basketball, including Division I and II, and then we tip off with Humboldt State. So I really like our schedule, and it'll certainly provide good strength of schedule opportunity. I've been real impressed with how strong the conference will be. I think it's a real up year for the SSC, first and foremost because of the number of guys returning. I mean, there are 7 of the 10 all-conference players back. That's unheard of in a league that's usually dominated by your seniors. That doesn't include Emory Riddle or us because we weren't eligible for the all-conference players, and I know Emory Riddle has as does Rollins, have guys sitting out that were probably all-conference level players. You got Florida Tech and Tampa, both with 2 all-conference players returning. That usually bodes well for success. Barry has been at the top of the league for the last few years, and I don't see that changing. They got the player of the year in the conference back. So, yeah, I like our chances of being better, but I said I don't know who's not going to be better this year, so it'll be a real challenge. Rollins made such a great run into the Elite 8, so they'll certainly be picked near the top again, too. And, yeah, it's an exciting time for our conference. I know our guys are very excited about it, as is our staff.